These are my personal iPhone camera settings for better photos and videos. But the iPhone that I'm using here and I'm talking about is iPhone 13 Pro. So the settings may change from one iPhone to another. I'm not saying everyone must use these, but these are the settings I use on my iPhone, and I believe many users will get better results instantly. Let's go to the settings and I'll explain each one. Now, video recording settings. If you go to the settings and then camera and record video, I record my videos in 4K at 24 frames per second. Why? The 4K gives you maximum detail and 24 FPS looks more cinematic and natural, especially for YouTube videos. Some people prefer 4K at 60 FPS for smoother motion, especially for action, but for normal videos, 24 FPS looks more professional. For the PAL formats is off. I keep PAL formats turned off. PAL is mainly for specific regions and broadcast standards. For online content like YouTube or social media, keeping this off avoids compatibility issues. For the HDR video is turned on. HDR captures more detail in highlights and shadows, especially in bright scenes or strong sunlight. Here's a small note about it. HDR files are larger, but the quality improvement is worth it. The auto FPS. I set auto FPS to 30, not off, and not auto 60. Why? This helps the camera adapt in low light without jumping all the way to 60 FPS, which can reduce quality at night. I keep the lock camera on. This prevents the iPhone from automatically switching lenses while recording, which keeps video framing consistent. I also lock white balance while recording video. This stops color shifting during recording, especially when lighting changes slightly. I am skipping slow motion here because it doesn't affect normal photo or video quality. Now let's go to audio recording. Now I use mono audio, not stereo. Mono audio is more consistent, easier to edit, and works better for voice-focused videos. For allow audio playback, this is turned on so I can monitor sound while recording. Now for the formats and camera capture, here I prefer the high efficiency. Why I use high efficiency? Because it keeps excellent quality while saving storage using HEIF and HEVC. For the Apple ProRAW, I keep Apple ProRAW turned off. ProRAW is amazing for photographers who edit heavily in Lightroom or Photoshop. But for normal users, it creates huge files and doesn't automatically look better. For the Apple ProRes, I also keep Apple ProRes off. ProRes is designed for professional video editing. It creates massive files and is unnecessary for everyday shooting or YouTube videos. For the preserve settings, I don't preserve most settings because I prefer the camera to reset each time. Let's see these ones as well. Camera mode off, voice accidentally opening the wrong mode. Creative controls off, keeps things simple. Exposure adjustments off, prevents unexpected exposure locks. Macro control is off as well, avoids forced macro switching. The night mode is on, useful to preserve when needed. Portrait zoom is on, live photo is on as well. For the photo composition and accuracy, grid is on, helps with composition and rule of thirds. Level is on, this is very important. It keeps horizons perfectly straight in photos and videos. Mirror front camera, I keep it off. This gives more natural looking selfies, especially for videos. View outside the frame is on here. It helps you see what's entering the frame, useful for better composition. Photographic style, I use standard, not vibrant or rich contrast. Why? Because standard gives the most natural colors and leaves room for editing later. For the performance in optics, prioritize faster shooting is on. It helps capture moments faster, especially with moving subjects. For the lens, correction is on. It reduces distortion and gives more natural looking images. For the macro control is on. It gives you manual control instead of forcing macro mode automatically. These are my personal iPhone camera settings. You don't need to copy everything, but changing just a few of these can massively improve your photos and videos. If this helped you, like the video and follow for more iPhone camera tips. See you in the next one.